Since March we finished up the end of harvest and got into a bit of planting, and unfortunately because harvest was quite delayed, that's actually delayed planting as well. So we would normally aim to have most of our ryegrass, for example, in by the end of March at the very latest. We were still planting some cultivars of ryegrass mid to late April. We had a very mild early winter period, or late autumn, early winter period, which meant that those plants did get established and did get the head start they needed, and so they're set up pretty well for winter at this stage. We have now spread triple super for our P in the ground and muriate of potash for our K as our base fert. Normally I wouldn't actually spread it this early, but just given that prices are forecasted to rise quite a bit, and neither of those two elements will be lost from the paddocks that we're putting them on, so I was happy to put it on now. And where in the past I would have done a blanket application versus the variable rate, we've just saved a huge amount on fert. It was just astronomical amounts. It has just been, I think it's incredibly worthwhile, and it actually feels wrong now doing blanket applications across paddocks when I know just how much variability there is there. This year we have actually invested in a Yara end tester, which is a handheld tester which we use to measure the N content of the leaves on plants. Now we can use that in ryegrass, we can use that in cereals and brassicas as well. And basically it gives us the ability within a minute to find out where the N levels of the plant are sitting, and it tells us, it gives us a recommendation as well on what the plant requires in terms of nitrogen fertiliser. The first application we do over a crop paddock, it requires a target rate to be put in, and so the target rate was always just a blanket rate that we would have done in the past, and we just put that figure in. But now we can actually be precise with the end tester, and we can get the target rate from the recommendation from the tester, which is we've actually gone and measured the plant, and now we know exactly a good starting point, and then that sensor is going to take the starting point, and that is how we'll set up the rest of the paddock. At this stage there's nothing new really planned for this coming harvest to be planted in spring. The only thing I'm tempted to have another play with is sunflowers. We have found a few things that we didn't do right last time, and there is potential for a bit more yield increase there. You can't really rule something out until you know you've done the best you can and still not got a good result. So I just know there's things that we didn't do properly last time, like we didn't put any potassium on, for example. Sunflowers love K, and also we didn't get the watering quite right. So yeah, there's just some things to play with.